Hello and welcome everybody back to another stream. I'm your SimCFI and I really appreciate all you guys stopping by. Today we have a really cool stream for you. It's going to be a flight from Detroit to Newark, and we might even do the flight back, Newark back to Detroit, in the Spirit Airlines A320 here. I haven't flown Spirit in a long time, so I thought it'd be kind of fitting to just do that. We have a lot of Airbus hardware on review for you guys today, or on showcase today. And speaking of hardware, I'll talk about which ones we have, and I'll show you just in 1 second here. But we're going to be using, let me put the camera on here. On your right-hand side, you're going to have the Simworkshop A320 grip. This is a 1-to-1 replica grip of the A320, which is mounted on the Moza AB6 base, which is just below here. The Moza AB6 base is fantastic as well. On the left-hand side, you're going to have all wing control items. So we'll have the wing control FMS, the thrust levers, the E-cams up here. You can't see, but it's here, and then the gear panel here. And then above, we have the, I guess I can move my camera. Above, we're going to have the Wingflex FCU and EFSs. I have to plug this in because I forgot to plug it in, but this is the KEWR radio panel. We'll be using this as well. Fantastic little radio panel to use. And then we're going to be using up here, all the way up there, the Wingflex Airbus overhead panel for the A320. So we'll be using all this. It comes equipped with dome lights and all sorts of cool stuff, and the lighting there. So we'll be using that as we go. I'll leave that camera facing up for the time being, as we're going to be using that in just a second. But let me go ahead and plug my radio panel in. I can't believe I forgot to plug this thing in. And I'm going to start the PU Connect software. I want to say thank you so much to all the channel partners. You'll see them at the top right of your screen. And thank you so much to the new companies coming online. I have to add your logo in, but Wingflex and Simworkshop, thank you so much for becoming a partner of the channel there and allowing me to review your hardware for you. And also to the channel members, I really appreciate you guys who support the channel in a monetary value as well. So thank you so much for the continued support. We're almost at 16,000 subscribers, which is insane to me. But yeah, we're almost there, which is quite crazy. So hopefully to see you guys all at EXPO. At FS Expo, we'll be there as long as I get the time off, which I should. We will be there around probably on the second day. I probably won't be there on the first day, but on the second day for sure, I should be there. So just going to start my PU Air Korea software here. And get that all running. I have so much hardware at this point that it becomes quite hard to track it all. Thankfully, most of it is most of it you just plug and go, and that's it. All right, so there we go. It should be loaded up. And yeah, so we're in the Fenix A320 here. Let's go ahead and jump on inside. We'll say hi to people in chat. You guys are already in here. Matthew, hello, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Simworkshop, again, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoy the stream, and thank you for sending me the grip to review. Hope you enjoyed the review, and we will enjoy using it on stream and probably other videos as well, but mainly on stream. You're going to see this grip all over the place here. JBS says, given the current situation in the Twin Cities, I'm hesitant to go. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I think it's starting to get better, though, but we'll see. Anyways, we'll go to the overhead panel here, and we're going to go ahead and select our battery switch on, and the voltage are still remaining okay, so we'll go and select the right battery switch on. The external power has already been connected. We can turn our nav lights on as well. Smoking sign can come on. The emergency lights can go to the arm position. And we can leave basically everything else there. If you want to do a light test, you can see the whole panel lights up. See all the lights there? Pretty cool stuff. We'll leave it on bright. And then our IRS switch is up here at the top. We can go to nav. And this light should work as well. You might not be able to see it, but this should start working. No, guess not. Nav. There's on bat and nav. Cool. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Let's bring that back. Let's bring you downstairs again. I need multiple cameras, but I think I'm running out of power on my on my USB hub here. And we're going to go down to the iPad. Press Fenix, import the OFP there. We'll select our mass and balance. We'll press load instantly, and we'll send that all to the McDo there. We'll head on down here. We're going to click the Atsu menu, AOC, flight init, and then your init data button at the bottom right corner. Classic Jet, hey, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. English escaped me there. Look, you coming up and 16. Congrats. Yeah, man, it's insane. Absolutely insane getting on 16K. I had this channel for about 8 years now, I think. And we were at 3,000 for a long time, mainly a DCS channel before. But that's since changed. So really appreciate all you guys who stop in, like the tutorials and all that great stuff. Clear all these warnings here. We're going to press request init data. We'll get all that going on its way. Trying to see why. I'm just trying to see the radio panel real quick. I might have to start the PU Connect software earlier. I don't know if that's going to work for us. I'll try restarting the PU Connect software so I can use the radio panel easily here. Maybe we'll run it as an administrator. No, it's still not working. I probably have to reinstall the WASM files, so we'll do that a different time here. I'll put that away for the time being, and we'll turn it off. Anyways, we'll go ahead and clear that. We're gonna be flight 1000. Oh, not in there. Not in there either. Goes in there. And we're going to be cruising today at flight level 370. Alrighty. Cost index. They're calculated for 6. We're going to go a little faster than that. I'm going to use 65. Next page, you can see that our zero fuel weight's all been plugged in. We're just going to plug in our block fuel. We're sitting at the gate at 13.2 and at the gate at 13.2. So that works out. 13.2, we can press the flight plan page. And I didn't get Navigraph open. Let me go ahead and do that as well. There's so many peripherals surrounding this sim, eh? All right, so we're doing the Pavley 3 via SB, and then the Fox Quebec Mike 3 into Newark. I've never actually done that approach into Newark. I've both flown into I've flown into Detroit real world, and I've flown into Newark in real life. I've never used this departure. I've never used that arrival. So we shall have some funsies with that. But anyways, let's go ahead and get the ATIS up and running. Actually, let's connect to VATSIM as well. Why don't we do that? We're going to be NKS 1000. Awesome. I'm homesick from work today, so I'm doing some offline flying. The Airbus don't have the energy to deal with VATSIM today. Yeah, I feel you. Get the Retro United delivery going from Charleston to Denver, and hopefully taking it to Spokane, did I say it correctly? And then San Francisco. That's a lot of routes, man. Hope you have fun with that one. It's going to be a fun one for you. I'm flying the CRJ right now. Why don't I see the time/distance in TOD? I have the VNAV option in the MFD menu, only FPM. Yeah, so that's a bug, Torskin. It's a pretty big bug in the sim that's been happening. It really only works if you have... It's honestly very finicky. If you have an approach loaded in it, it usually works. But honestly, I in the sim, I don't use that time to top of descent at all. And in all honesty, I don't use it in real world either too much. What I do use in real world is the feet per minute, the little down arrow. You can check that in the direct intercept page or on the VNav section of your ND as well. But the feet per minute, when it wants, depending if it's icing conditions or not, let's say it's not icing conditions, if it wants 20, we want 3,000 feet per minute down, but I'm gonna lead that by a little bit. So when the descent rate says 2,700 down, I go down at 3,000 feet per minute. That's my top of descent. I make it up as I go. So I don't really use the top of descent anyways. But I do have a whole descent video on my channel that hopefully can help out with that stuff. Weather today, the departure is runway 03 left and 4 right. Let me see here. I'll probably plan, let's see, I think we might have got a clearance or something from VATSIM. Oh, it's just an auto ATC. A squawking 2520. We can go and do that right now real quick. 2520. We'll leave that for the later. We'll use 4 right, I think. Let's see. Yeah, 4 right's a bit closer. So we'll choose 4 right and via the Pevly 3. And Isebi. Insert that in Newark, arrival. And over there in Newark, they're probably using the 4s as well, if it's 4 over here. Yep, 4 right over there. So we'll choose the ILS 4 right. The FQM3. And I'll just make sure this is via the route SLT. Yes, it is. So we'll select that, and we will insert that. That's all been inserted. We can press the performance button and go to the iPad now. We'll press this little iPad menu, departure, runway 4 right is what we're choosing. Nothing in the ATIS about runway conditions. It's pretty dry to my eyes, so we'll keep like that. We'll sync the load sheet, sync the weather. We'll calculate all that. Got a V1, 53, 53, 53. That's interesting. It's all the same. Flap 1 was a nose down trim of 0.4, flex of 68. We can go ahead and send that all to the MCDU, and our engine out / acceleration altitude is 2140. And that's all been sent to this guy there. So we're all good on that front as well. We'll press secondary flight plan. We will, nope, didn't mean to do that. Secondary flight plan, copy the active. I don't know what I'm typing. Have it right here. There we go. Copy the active flight plan. We'll press the init button. Winds. And we will request the winds. Well, of course, you haven't used that departure and arrival because you haven't flown from between Detroit and... Yeah, that makes sense. The SID stars to from Toronto and Montreal from New York are going to be different with the Little League World Series today, but there's arrival today. Willem Sport. Oh, I see. No Little League World Series today. Yeah. Cool. The winds have all been inserted. That's all good. We can leave that alone. We'll go up back to the overhead panel, and we can go ahead and move this up. And we can select our master APU on. We're finished our fueling, so we can turn the belts on as well. And you can see when we turn the master APU on, this screen gets selected to the APU. We can press the start button. I hope you guys are enjoying the stream and you've liked and everything. Like, subscribe, do all that fancy stuff. All right, well, we can jump back on inside. APU is just coming online there, as you guys can see. Thank you so much for everybody that's joining. Alrighty, we'll take a look at the overhead panel here, and you can just see the start light is went to the available, so the APU is available. We'll select our APU bleed on as well. We're basically ready to push. There's no one to call, so I'll press prepare for pushback. We say no, there's no icing, and we can select our left pump, right pump, right pump, right pump. We're going to leave these 3 pumps in the off manual and off mode, and the reason is, if we'll go to the fuel page down here, we have nothing in the center tank. So nothing in the center tank, we're not going to run these pumps. These aren't auto pumps. There's either on or off pumps. In the 321, they're auto pumps. But in the 320, it's off and off. So in order to keep We're going to keep those as is like that. We can also go ahead and disengage our ground power switch. And let me go ahead and move this camera on down. Go. Sorry about the cord. I won't be able to get rid of that cord, I don't think, now. And we'll go to the iPad, and we shall go here and ground services, parking brake set, so off, off, and off. Let's go ahead and set up this and give our bit of a departure brief out of the way. So, right, 48 is heading out to 036, intercept 061 to wings, track on 120 Dasik, track below 7,000, 123 to Silva. So we're going up to, the top is 17. Technically it's 7, but we're just going to set our cruise altitude because there's no one here anyways. Which you shouldn't do that, obviously, real world, but we're going to do it here. We're going to go nose to the right. Stand by, good sir. We're going to press B for the altimeter, and that'll set it automatically. And then we're going to press our constraint button so we can see all the different constraints along our route. So we're good for that. Everything else on the overhead panel is good to go. We're just going to go ahead and select our beacon light on. Come down here and turn our transponder to the auto position. Okay, GSX, you really need to stop. And then we're also going to select our freak of, let's see what Detroit is, .CTAF KDTW. That didn't work. Huh. There we go. 35.0. And I really wish the KEWR Korea was working right now. I think I have to reinstall the WASM folders. That's my fault. I'll have that up and running for the next stream for you guys. The KEWR Korea radio panel is really good for tuning all this. It's really cheap. It's like $100, free shipping, depending on where you are. And you can just tune any radio you got, any plane you're flying. So we're tuned up on that. And you can see that there's one guy, looks like an RJ down there, and a Spirit there. So we're not going to push back just yet. We're going to hold for this guy right here. Unless he's coming to our gate, and if that case, we're going to push. Hopefully your Wednesdays are going well. All right, he's just going to be passing on by there, so we're going to go parking brake released here. And parking brake released. I might have to do it again. On, off. I did. All right, let's go inside. Huh. This working? This isn't working either. Okay. Does this work? Nope. Let's start SimApp Pro real quick just to make sure that's working. All right. I think I know the problem with this, which I don't know why, but whatever. We can go ahead and make sure it's actually set. I don't know why that defaulted to none, but let's do Phoenix Ursa Minor. Okay. Oh, I gotta set my push to talk. Actually, I didn't do that either on the new joystick. Or maybe I did. Oh, I did. All right, cool. Metro traffic, Spirit 1000, pushing gate 20, facing east. I think when you turn on the beacon, you confuse GSX since GSX used the beacon on as a cue called departure clearance and beacon on pushback. Yeah, I do things like real life. So the beacon doesn't come on until you're just about to push. And that's so everybody knows to stay away from your airplane and you don't have a beacon sitting on there for a while. So in real life, that's how that works. It's not a signal to ground crew at all. Actually, if the beacon's on, ground crew can approach the airplane. So we need to put the beacon on after they've already hooked the tug up and all that kind of stuff. And then once they're ready to push, we communicated with them. We throw the beacon on and then we get going. All right, let's go inside and start some engines here, why don't we? So we're going to press this switch over to the start position. And I'm going to deselect that fuel switch. We're going to lift and bring over for starting number 1. Parking breaker set. Listen to those sounds. Let me bring the sounds up for you guys here. Oh my gosh, my sounds have been off. Guys, you got to tell me this stuff. My sounds have been off this whole time. You guys got to tell me this stuff, eh? Yeah, but that's expecting GSX to do things logically. Yeah. Yeah. Awesome sounds. You kind of see in the corner there the Wingflex, or not the Wingflex, sorry, the wing control Airbus rudder pedals. We are using those as well. I have a review on all this hardware on the channel, so feel free to go check that out. Awesome. Go ahead and start number 2. Amazing sounds, right, guys? Gotta love the sounds in the Fenix unit. Used the IEs and the buzzsaw taking off. Charleston was perfection. Yeah, man, that's a good sound. I actually prefer this. I prefer the IEs more to the CFMs, and this is going to be. I know most people don't agree with me. Bring these sounds down a little bit. Sounds. There. Bring that down a little bit. Most people won't agree with me, but I absolutely cannot stand the A320's engine. It bothers. I come from a point where I'm deadheading on it all the time, and you're trying to sleep after like a 4-leg day, and you're just every like 10 seconds while taxiing, and it's so annoying. Vibrates everything shakes. It's so annoying. Anyways, let's complete. No one clipped my Airbus whale sound. Let's go ahead and get rid of our APU. APU bleed off. The master switch can come off as well. That is it for the top hand panel. We'll come on down below and we can select our flaps to the one page, flaps to 1, arm the spoiler, start it back to norm, and we can go and test our flight controls. We're going to disengage our rudder from our nozo steering, and we're going to go full left. Let's bring the flight control page up. I thought it should automatically do it, but that's fine. Flight control full left. Oh, this isn't working either. All right. Let's go back in here. That's not a problem. We can fix that. Let me check all the controls. I guess they've all reset. So that's set. That's set. This can be set to A320. What else? That doesn't need it. That doesn't. Rudder pedals probably need. Okay, that's fine. Actually, do I have a 321? No, that's fine. We'll leave it on that. Perfect. All right, let's get rid of the flight control page, and full left brings it up. Perfect. See, that's why we check this stuff. Full right. Full up. Full down. Perfect. That's all been set. We'll go full left on the rudder. Full right. Amazing. With that, we can re-engage our nose-wheel steering, and we can select our auto brakes to the max position right there. We are basically ready to taxi. I'm going to go and select the parking brake off, and we'll select the landing light nose to the taxi position. And we're going to get moving here. So we'll taxi inside the apron a little bit. We're going to taxi via Kilo. Let's see. Echo Kilo. Looks like a Yankee. Metro traffic, it's Spirit 1000 taxiing Echo Kilo, crossing 9 left, Yankee, holding short 4 right. No power to get moving. The airplane just starts to roll. That's perfect for me. This is a nice starting to pace that we're going at. Raid, hey, welcome, welcome. Do that impression of the 220 again. That was spot on. Ah! That was my that's my C series A320 engine noise. Most annoying thing in the world, I'll tell you guys. A lot of people in the aviation industry and our community of the sim world love that sound. Absolutely can't stand it. Absolutely can't stand it. We spent all of our years in aviation trying to get quieter and quieter, and now we have this thing that I can hear from 80 miles away. Press and hold our takeoff config button. I'm going to go down here and get our predictive wind shear as well. There we go. H20 uses the same Pratt Whitney's the Neo uses, so you'll get to hear that. Oh, beautiful, amazing, can't wait. Kitty, welcome, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for commenting as well. Totally not clip that was whale noise you made. Thanks, Sam. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, well, there we go. We got the best airplane on the field right there. Doesn't look that great. It's getting de-iced, but I'm just gonna transfer over to Kilo rear, or Yankee. This is actually. It's fine. I gotta tell you guys, I'm getting used to the brakes on the wing control. They're a little different than I'm used to. Than I used to have my old. I used to have the wing control Skywalker pedals when they were called Winwing, the Skywalker pedals, and now I'm using their brand new Airbus set. So I'm getting used to where the brakes are. They're a little different. Definitely would be nice to have a tiller with this, with these pedals. They're a little harder to actuate the brake and steer at the same time, so a tiller would be very nice for this. Speaking of noisy, we might be getting the updated MD-80 sound pack soon. Ooh. I do like the MD-80. I haven't been in that thing in a long time, but the MD-80 is a beautiful looking airplane. Very well modeled, too. Hey, Darwin, welcome, welcome. The Hartmany Howl is my favorite Airbus sound. I genuinely look forward to it. Yeah, see, that's the thing. A lot of people love that sound. I hate it. I can't stand it. I'm great. Just got up, made coffee, and saw your stream. Well, thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoy that coffee. I like the A220 engine sounds. It's very distinct. Yeah, I hate it. I hate the 220. I hate the 195. Anything with a turbo gear fan engine. It's just dumb. I don't like it at all. Let's see if I can tax in the line without being in the flight deck. Again, I'm coming from the perspective you just finished like 4 legs that started at like 5 in the morning. You just want to you don't want a deadhead, but you have to deadhead home. You just want to chill and sleep and whatever. You forgot your headphones, which I usually do, and now you got to listen to this thing while taxiing. That's my perspective. This thing's hauling at idle thrust. Metro traffic, Spirit 1000 crossing 9 left at Yankee Metro. Let's get maybe more on the runway. We'll throw our strobes on. It's not an active runway. It shouldn't be anyways, but FAT Sim, you never know. Nothing will replace my my love for the GE90s though. The GE90 is a great sounding engine. I wonder how what's the engine on the 777X, like the GE9X or something, or whatever those new ones are going to be. Strobes can go back to auto. I can't wait till to how long I have the sound of the howl. I can't wait till I too no longer love. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think you'll grow tired of it on like your third deadhead. It'll get pretty annoying. At least I think it's annoying. A lot of people love it. I always wonder what the passengers think, because people have no idea what airplane. Like, you'd be amazed of how little people know about airplanes. Even flight attendants. So I wonder what the passengers think when they hear that sound. What they might think that's going on. Actually, it's Spirit Wing. Oh, it is Wings, isn't it? Okay, I'll use Spirit Wings. Thanks for that. I forgot about that. Spirit Wings 1000. I hope they have wings. What about Spirit Stabilators? Frank, welcome. Hey, I really want to learn to fly the A320 professionally. I know how to set it up, etc., but I don't really know how to use the autopilot with flight plan, when to descend, etc. Any help? So I don't fly this professionally. I fly the CRJ for professionally, but I can help with those things. The autopilot panel is pretty. It's pretty actually simple. I don't unfortunately have any tutorial videos on my channel about the A320, but there's tons of channel videos about the A320. But hopefully as you're watching the stream, I'll talk about what I'm going to do. Right now the speed and both the heading, so the speed and direction right now are both managed. You can see those two dots, which means it's going to be using this data that I've entered into the FMS to tell it what speeds and direction to go. So it's going to follow my departure. It's going to follow the speed there as well. And then we also have a VNAV climb up to 37,000 feet. So it's going to manage the climb up to 37,000 right now. But I would recommend watching a full A320 autopilot tutorial, as this is not meant to be a tutorial, but hopefully you do learn something from it. Metro traffic, Spirit Wings 1000, lining up runway 4 left, correction 4 right at Yankee. Everything is 737 to people who are not in the plane. Yeah, everything's a 737 fault. Alright, let's go and get our lineup. So, cleared basically takeoff as well. We'll get everything on there. Our TCAS can be selected on as well. We are ready to go. I got the landing lights, runway turn off, nose light, strobe, beacon, wings can stay off. Just gonna nicely line up here. If you guys are members of the channel, I'd really appreciate you guys using all the emojis we have in chat. Today you should be using the flex emoji. If you have it, thank you so much. Kind of the worst lineup ever, but let's go over to the FO side, and if you guys are ready to go, oh, I'm getting the bug. I'm gonna reject it. There's a bug I have with this airplane. I don't know why, but the airplane will uncontrollably just start to dart to the right, or sorry, to the left. We'll try that again. There's a bug that I have where it just goes, and I can put full whatever I want and it won't do anything. There, see, it's full. I don't know why I get this bug, but I get that bug, and then it starts to go. Man, that's... I wonder, let's see if I can fix this real quick. I'm gonna stop and cook the brakes. I'm gonna slew myself, and hopefully this fixes the problem. I don't know why that would fix the problem, but I'm going to hope that it fixes the problem. I always have this bug in the Fenix. It doesn't, so I shouldn't say always. It doesn't always happen. But there's some times where if I start to accelerate, I have uncontrollable rudder. And my rudder's centered. And the nose gear is centered as well. So it's not that. I'll slowly start to accelerate. The auto brakes have been rearmed. The spoilers are rearmed as well. I'm just going to accelerate like this for a little bit. Increase thrust a little bit more. Okay, and we're going to go into flex. What does the warning say? My flaps reset as well. Yeah, I can't do anything about that. It just darts off to the right, or to the left. I'm going to disconnect from VATSIM real quick. I'm going to see if my controls are conflicting with anything right now. They shouldn't be, but we're going to quickly check. You can see I was taxiing just fine. Maybe it's in the throttle. I don't know why, but maybe it's in the throttle. We're going to go to assigned. Throttle, spoiler, rudder, reset, rudder trim. There it is. that might. Oh, no. No, that's mapped. I should have that. Disarm, set engines, set toggle, set parking brake, throttle 1, 2. That's all I have. So that should be working. Rudder pedals. That works. Base. That's all I have. Nothing else is assigned there. Nothing assigned there. That shouldn't be here actually at all. Okay, so let's go back. Went through some control, but yeah, we'll just check those. We'll give it another try. Okay, let's reset our flaps there. We'll clear the warning. What actually, you know what? I did forget to do something anyways. We didn't set our trim of nose down trim, 0.6. There we go. Rudder trim is centered, 0. I've had this bug a few times, and it's always in the IE. I don't know why. We're going to try again. I'm going to slam on the brakes and make everyone barf. We're flap 1. Ground spoiler is armed. Auto brakes armed. Everything's centered. And I'm going to move this and see if anything else moves. Does the tiller move when I do that? No, that's staying centered as well. See, that's 0. Look, I'm full. And both engines are working. It's not like I only have one engine. They're both on. I never know how to fix this. The only way that I know how to fix this is if I completely restart, and then it works. Other than that, nothing usually works to fix that. Let me maybe go in the FMS and see if there's any failures maybe I can clear. Config, failure. No, back. Let's see. Random. There's none. There's nothing going on there. Is auto rudder on? Let me check. I don't think so. It's never been on any other airplanes. Assistances. Auto rudder. Make sure. I mean, everything's off anyways, but disable goes. Ice is on. Yeah. Auto rudder is off. There's, to my knowledge, no reason why that should be happening. As I've shown you, everything is assigned. The way you see it. All I have is this. For that, all I have is the throttle here. The normal stuff you should have. So, and it only happens at flex. Let me go try going toga. I'm gonna hold the brakes and do it. Alright, releasing brake. It just starts. Look, everything is telling it right. Everything is saying to go to the right. The only way I know how to fix this is to restart. So let me go ahead. This will be a fast restart. I hope. I have a very quick way of resetting this, so don't worry. It'll be about 2 minutes. You can put a timer on, I promise you. This is the Fenix, Frank. This is the Fenix. Everything is up to date. I have this problem with the IEs, and the last time I was in Detroit, it happened here too. And just to counter the wind problem, it is 3 knots of wind. So it's not the wind either, in case someone was wondering that. Not the wind either. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to load this up quickly. We're not on VATSIM anymore, guys. So I'm going to select reposition aircraft. Okay, thanks for going away. Reposition aircraft. Next page. Runway 4 right. Just going to warp over there. Yeah, we're fine. Don't worry. We're going to import the flight plan. We're going to go mass and balance, load the aircraft. And we'll send all that over. We're going to go panel states, ready to go, activate. Yeah, right, it's flight sim, man. I don't know, it's some weird bug. Okay, so that's been loaded. Let's just quickly press reset all. Do it one more time. Load aircraft, please. Instant. Send that to the McDo. Go over here, departure, 4 right. Sync, calculate, send. And over here, we're just going to go, we'll just do this very quickly. AOC, flight init, do that. I'm going to reset my flaps, parking brake can be set. Rearm the spoilers, rearm the auto brake. That's all good. In it, we'll request that data real quick as that's going. We'll put 1000 in there, 65 in there, 370 in there. Thought I pressed request, but I'll do it again. What stick is that? This is the beautiful Simworkshop 1-to-1 replica A320 grip. Absolutely amazing grip. It fits onto the Moza AB6, AB9, and the Thrustmaster base. Little expensive, but it is quite good. We're not getting data to be sent real quick, but we'll second flight plan uplink. Maybe because I typed this stuff in here. Problems. Reset all. My flights. Click it. Mass balance. Load. Instant. Go. Send. Go here. Second flight plan. Delete second. And we're going to go back to the MCDU, back to ATSU. AOC, flight init. It's just still here. Okay, good. Init. Let's just go on the second flight plan and we'll do it there. Oops, wrong button. Wrong buttons. Let's press clear. Can't clear. I want to clear it. I want a fresh FMS. Config. Unavailable maintenance. There's a way to clear, I thought, the FMS, but anyways, let's just manually type it. KDTW/KEWR. Maybe that'll clear it? No. I thought there was a way to clear this. Wasn't there? Raid would know. Or how to reset this completely in flight sim land. That'd be nice if I can completely reset this. There it is. FMS reset. Confirm. Alright, so. Let's do it all over again. ATSU, AOC. Yeah. Init. That's still there. I'm going to re-click it. Just so it's there again. Init. And we'll wait for that little star to appear. Did you just put 1000 flight number? Isn't it NKS? So Sam, something we do in real life is if you're flying for that airline, you don't put, at least for my airline, you don't put your airline in here because you should know who you work for. So you don't really need to put NKS. I know I'm Spirit Wings. Like you can, but no one else sees that except for you. In my knowledge, anyways. But in the RJ land, we just put our flight number because we know that, we know what airline we are. But you can put it if you want to. This is still not working, eh? Let's do this again. Fun times. Fun times. I'm gonna get everything set at the gate, and then I'm gonna warp myself. Thanks, Sam. It's in the maintenance. Yeah, found it over there. Nice. I bought the AB6. What base are you using? I'm so excited for my AB6. What base? This is the AB6. This is the AB6 base. We put in. What does that mean? All right, let's just get this ready. Activate. Now that that's started, we can select import, mass balance, load, instant, great, send, over here, add to, AOC, init, data request, the full thing, code and number. Oh, okay, does that talk to ATC, Raid? Because that would make sense. Have you checked out the new DFW? No, I haven't. I haven't checked that out at all. Huh. Yeah, it just doesn't want to fill the data out. That's pretty strange. Let me go ahead and just regenerate on SimBrief. I'm just trying my best not to type everything out, but I'll just type it out if I need to. It's not a really big deal. Okay, it's been resubmitted. Reset, reset, reset. Do that again. Mass balance, load airplane, instant. Send that all. Request. AOC sec flight plan uplink. Uplink insert in progress. Okay, it has it here. It just doesn't have it on the Alright, we're just gonna activate the second leg. Whatever. It's good enough. Detroit, departure. 4 right. The Pavley 3. It's kind of weird that it made it do that, but that's fine. And Esbisby. Newark, arrival. It's gonna be 4 right as well, I believe. I'll check later. And it's on the FQM3. See, SLT's already there. Clear all that data on there. We'll go over here. Departure. 4 right, sync, calculate, send. That's all been inserted. I'm going to screw the winds and all that. I'm just going to put that here. 370 in there. And let's go fast. 85 in there. Perfect. That's all done. Now, let's get ourselves configured. Auto brake. Flap 1. Spoilers armed. Parking brake is off. I'll hold the brakes manually. Lights are all on. Go to GSX. Oh my gosh, you're kidding me. Can I just like... I might have to just do this. I'll close my door. I really wish GSX could like just let me use it with the parking brake and all, and whatever, all those engines on and whatever. Like, what if I'm a Concorde and I need you to plug me in? Right? They don't think of this stuff. We're gonna close our door. That's good enough for me here. This. Ground. Open, close. Awesome. Alrighty. Reset the altimeter. 37,000 because there's no ATC here anyways. So go to the max. Constraints. Lights are all on. We should be good to go. It was 2520. I like all. TARA, perfect. So flaps 1. Takeoff config, we'll press and hold. It's gonna wait for the flap to get set. 3, 2, 1, press. Alrighty. And the trim, nose down 4.5. Alright, we're back in action. Holy crap. 0.5. Now you guys can get the flex emojis in chat, and if it goes off to the left, I'm gonna end the stream because I'm kind of done there. Have you checked out? I've read that one. Oh, nice. Does it give plenty of force? Are you satisfied? It's awesome. The AB9 would be useful for the F16. Other than that, I don't need any more force. AB6 is amazing. We're gonna release the brakes here. I'm just gonna look at these real quick. Switching panel. ADR's switch. It's probably because I moved us. But anyways, if you know how to get rid of that raid, let me know. Let's go ahead and get going. Now, if it goes to the left, I'm out of ideas. Yeah, see? Perfect. Usually the restart works. So it's Manflex SRS runway auto thrust is blue. Bit of a bumpy runway here. $80 knots is checked. This joystick feels so good. We're gonna relog into VATSIM once we're in the air here, guys. There's V1 rotate. And with that positive rate, we can select the gear up. God, this joystick is so good. Alright, landing gear's up. Lights out. Gonna start that turn a little early here. There we go. Alrighty, we're going to nose on down, then we're going to select our lever climb. Ray, you have to come over here and let me know if this is this sensitive or not, or if I have to change it or not. We're going to go flap 0. I'll give you guys a cool view for that. Hey, Barriers, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. We're going to select the autopilot number 2 on. We're going to fly from the right seat today. Alrighty, auto brakes have been automatically disengaged. We can go and deselect our spoiler as well. And we can come up here and grab our turn off and nose lights. Turn those off. And we are on our merry way. Finally. Alright, let's try to rejoin into VATSIM here. Watch it be like center online. I just probably should check first. No, there's no one here at all, so we're good. Hopefully someone gets online in Newark. We're going to take this right-hand turn. There's a constraint at 7,000 feet via the SID. So it's going to be below 7,000 up until DASIC, and then after DASIC it'll allow itself to climb higher. Obviously with no ATC I can overwrite that and just keep going up, but we'll pretend there's ATC here, why not? How does the stick that does with the base feel? The generic one? Sorry, my questions. Yeah, no worries. The generic one's really good. I'll put the camera back on. I have it over here. So this is the generic Moza AB6, that grip that comes with it. Sure, this is the grip that comes with the AB6, and it's very good for DCS. I would be honest that, or I would say that when if you're flying Airbus, this is the Moza grip for the Airbus. It's not one-to-one, but it does a very good job at replicating the Airbus, whereas this is one-to-one. So if you want like a one-to-one Airbus experience, the Simworkshop is one-to-one. The Moza one offers a couple more buttons here and a hat here if you can look around. but it's much cheaper and it is still very good. And then the grip that comes with it is mainly more used for DCS. If you're going to be doing a lot of DCS stuff, this is where this is good at. Obviously, it still works with the Airbus, but there's not going to be anywhere nice to kind of rest your hand to kind of fly. You're going to have to kind of hold it like that, which is, you know, it's okay as well. But if in my opinion, if you get this base and don't play DCS, you are kind of wasting the potential. This base is fantastic for DCS world. Really, really good for it, especially in the F4 and the F14. But yeah, I don't know if anybody else has that bug where it just darts to the left uncontrollably. Please do let me know. I've had that problem in the IAEs a lot of times. I don't know why, but I do. So we're just passing Dasik, and in its brain it knows it can go above 7 grand after, so it's going to go ahead and start adding thrust automatically, and it's going to start pitching for 250. Once we're established in this climb, I'm happy to go belts auto. It's been relatively smooth. Crazy Italian, hey, welcome, thanks for stopping by. I hope you're doing well. Switching panel just below lower ECAM. Your heading knob is F side. See, this is why you're here. Thank you so much. Oh, it says you know, I've never noticed it says switching there. I haven't looked around enough. All right, I'm happy with belts auto. There is no belts auto. Belts off, I guess. I love how they have a no smoking in auto, but belts are on or off. Thank you all for being patient and with me as well, and sending all your flex emojis and all that stuff. I really appreciate you guys. It's very smooth in FPS. That really put a lot of work to make perform decent FPS. It's very smooth. Oh, on DFW? Yeah, I'll have to give that a try. I still haven't bought it yet. There we go, 3 to 10,000. We're accelerating to 318. We can grab our landing lights off there. The belts are already off. Our pressurization is nice and checked. And we are good to go. Our radio is already set to 21.5 on the right hand side to monitor any emergencies that people may encounter. And we are reconnected on VATSIM, although there's nobody here, so. McTavish, hey, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. And thanks for saying hello as well. Really appreciate you being here. We have a bit of a bug departing Detroit, but we got it all fixed and we've made it out. I'm gonna get rid of the company message there. Nice, good looking airplane there. Thank you for all the subscriptions as well. We've gained 4 subscriptions today, so thank you for that. Yeah, if you guys are building a Airbus cockpit or want a more realistic Airbus joystick, I 100% recommend getting the Moza AB6 base and or AB9. AB9 will probably feel the best. That's a little more expensive. And then I would follow that up. If you want the most realistic, I'd follow it up with the Simworkshop S3X grip is what it's called, but it's the A320 grip. It's 1-to-1 replica scale, and it feels really good in the hand. This button, the autopilot disconnect, is probably one of the best buttons on any flight sim hardware I've tried. I've never obviously used the real Airbus autopilot disconnect button, but from, you know, buttons in airplanes are usually pretty good quality, and this feels very, very good. And it also comes with this rubber gaiter that can be attached onto the AB6, either with just like elastic part, or you can actually mount it with screws with your AB9 and Thrustmaster base. Thank you for the subscription as well. Picked up one more. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And we hit the transition altitude there. We're going to go ahead and pull our knobs to go standard, and we'll grab the standby altimeter as well. Got to start our clock, but oh well. Corey, hey, welcome. Got the banana out today. Yeah, I've got the banana bus. We're featuring some new hardware on the stream today. We're using the Simworkshop A320 grip, which I have a new review on the channel about, and the Wingflex overhead panel, which I also have a review on the channel about as well. I think our next stream, I think I'm long overdue. We're going to be doing a CRJ stream. I haven't done one of those in a long time. The reason is the RJ is kind of in a state where I don't like the state it's in right now. It's still good, but there's a lot of FMS and LNAV errors, and the flight model's kind of... We had the flight model really good, and then they made Flight Sim update, I think update 3, and it destroyed the flight model. Like, not didn't destroy it, but there's things that I noticed that it's not supposed to be doing, which it does, and it kind of just ruins it for me a little bit. But but I think we're long overdue for a CRJ stream, so we will definitely do that shortly. Maybe we'll do a classic flight, like going into the DCA, hopefully getting the river visual. Check out Washington V2. I think there was an update to the city pack, if I'm not mistaken, which I wasn't running before. So maybe we can go ahead and do that. Thank you for that subscription, by the way. Thank you so much. We're at 15,936. We're so close to 16,000, guys. It's going insane. Hopefully we're at, well, maybe we might even be at 20,000 by when EXPO comes around. That shadow looks pretty good. Oh, nice eco time point auto put in there for us. We're grounded in about 480 or so, which is nice. Like that someone answered I can't on the poll. Yeah, a little bit of turbulence right there. Tiny little bump. I wonder if the A320 immersion pack is ever going to come out from Parallel 42. That'll be cool. Another plane I haven't been in a long time is the 727. I gotta get back in that and the MD-80. There's so many airplanes I gotta get back into. If any of you guys play Battlefield 6, I'm looking for more people to play RedSec with. Raid, if you're still here, we got to play that as well. I've been being lazy and haven't bought it yet. No, Red Sec's free. We could play the Battle Royale for free. So if you want to play in about 50 minutes or so. By the way, if you need to come over and practice anything for your... I guess you guys don't have PPCs, do you? But feel free. I got a bunch of stuff. I'm going to fly actually tonight. My buddy, who I actually did his intro flight way back in 2023. He got licensed, his private license, and he's wanted to take me up. So we're gonna go in a little 172 and boot around, maybe a quick little flight or something like that. Have you ever played any of the Ace Combat games? Yeah, I used to play Ace Combat Horizon a long time ago, maybe 2011 or something, 12. But yeah, I'll go download it. Yeah, we can do it. And it's in 2 weeks in Vancouver. Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, feel free to come over. I got a bunch of stuff. I got my sim coming up in 2 days. Actually, it's going to be a loft though, so. I like the lofts a lot more than the PPCs. If you guys don't know what lofts are, in the airline training world, we have a PPC, or a pilot proficiency check, which is like a flight test where you're going to get an engine fail, you're going to get a major failure, a minor failure, that kind of stuff, a hold, whatever. So it's about a 4-hour test, 2 hours pilot monitoring, 2 hours pilot flying. And then the other type of test, every 6 months we rotate. The other type of test is a loft, line-oriented flight training, which it's actually still done in the sim, although it sounds like it should be done in a plane, but it's still done in the sim. And what it's trying to do is it's trying to replicate what you're actually more likely to see in real life on the line. So, for example, the last loft I had on the flight plan, on the MEL's minimum equipment list, which means basically something's broken, but the airplane is still able to fly with it broken. We had the captain's side radar altimeter was broken, but the right side still worked. With the radar altimeter with one gone, that already invalidates you to do Cat 2, Cat 3, so you can't do that type of stuff. We're just leveling off in cruise. You can hear the engine starting to spool back. Anyways, with one gone, can't do Cat 2, Cat 3, but obviously still Cat 1 is fine. Get to the plane, start it up, push back, right, in the sim, obviously, and on the pushback, the aft cargo door caution comes up. So captain relays to the ground crew, hey, we had a cargo door pop open, at least a message. Can you go check if it actually opened or if it's just a message problem? So the ground crew goes, it's a sim, so obviously they're not doing that, but it's hypothetical. The ground crew would go check it out, open the door, reclose it, make sure it's sealed physically and the locks are in place and all that. And they'll say, yep, it's we've opened it and reclosed it, and we're showing completely closed, but our caution light was still staying on. So we got to MEL that now. So that's something for us to do on the pushback. We call maintenance, get the journey log out, say, aft cargo door caution message, not extinguished, even though cargo door confirmed closed or whatever. So we have that sensor MEL'd, and then we go to take off. This is all during the sim. You go to take off, and we lose our second radar altimeter. So now both radar altimeters are gone. So now, obviously, the Cat 2, Cat 1 still not doing that, but we also lose some other systems, like the EGPWS caller or the 50, 40, 30, 20. You lose all those. You're going to lose your automatic spoiler deploy, so you'll lose that because it's based off a certain height above ground, which they automatically arm. So we lose that. So when we land, we have to manually land and you manually pull the spoilers all the way back like a 727. And so they want to see how more lofts are. They want to see how crews on a regular basis would handle abnormal situations, whereas a PPC is that you're doing failure after failure after failure. So lofts, you learn a lot more from lofts, I find, than a PPC. Of course, the PPC is good to practice your engine out, malfunction, check thrust, speed mode set V2, or gear up speed, and do all that kind of stuff. But and there's good time and place for that. But the lofts, you learn a lot more from them, in my opinion, and I think most people's opinion. 100% lofts are way better. Yeah, so rate is typed on the 320, 19, 20, 21, I think. So all the information I got from, like for example, this little tip right here about leaving these pumps off and in manual, that's from RAID. So I do that because they, in the 320, apparently these are off on pumps, whereas in the 321 they're off auto pumps. Auto is fine, but with off on pumps, we don't need to be running pumps when when there's no fuel in the center tank. So which makes sense. So he knows all about lofts and PPCs as well. He used to fly the RJ before. So yeah, those are a little bit about sim stuff. So I have my loft coming up in 2 days, yeah. So my captain actually hasn't been assigned yet, so they might just call some poor soul off reserve to be my captain for that. Nice thing about a loft too is it's not impossible, but it's very difficult to fail it. There's no wrong answer in a sense. They just want to assess how that crew would go about that abnormal situation, and as long as you don't show gross negligence or you really just don't know what you're doing, then you can't really hold back. Whereas a PPC, if you get one thing wrong, like let's take for example, you're doing an engine out procedure, and your engine out, you did everything perfectly, but the engine out had a turn, and you forgot that specific turn on that heading or whatever, it's a fail, and you have to redo the whole thing. So it's the PPC is a lot more difficult in that way. All right, top of descent's coming on up. Why don't we go ahead and set up our FMS here a little bit? So we'll select the perf page. We'll go next to the approach page here. And we're doing the Williamsport 3. The weather down there, ATIS-wise. Arrival 4 right, we've chosen that. The wind, 320 at 10. It is gusting as well. 30-20 on the altimeter. And the temperature of 1 degree. Oh, it's not even in the minus. That's kind of nice. ILS 4 right. It's going to be a visual backed up by the ILS, but it's MDA Cat 1 211, which is 200 feet above ground. So that all worked out quite nicely. And we're going to go ahead and press... what was I going to do? Oh, yeah. Nope. This one. Arrival. 4 right. Apply the METAR. We'll do low auto brakes. Let's get our landing weight real quick. So we'll press init. Init, mate. No, we'll press flight plan. And we're landing with 7.6 fuel on board. So we'll call it 8,000, make numbers easy. And we're at 3. Call it 141 on the landing weight. So with auto brakes low, we're using 6,800 feet. With auto brakes medium, we're using 4,800 feet. Yeah, we can use low. It's a 10,000 foot strip, so that's fine. We'll have an extra $3,000 on top of that, and it'll be we'll use some little bit reverse as well, so that'll be good for that. Sweet. Auto brakes low. We'll select that there. And I'm just going to go ahead and set this to 30-20 now. And we'll have the number for us later when we're on our descent. Everything's looking good. The ILS gets auto-tuned. I'm telling you, these guys don't work. Airbus boys, they get paid more and they press a couple buttons. I'm waiting for Raid's response. Let's see if my cameras are still pointed the right way. Yeah, perfect. Awesome. Get rid of those. Let me get some more water, guys. I'll be right back. Our top of descent's coming up in about still 120 miles away, so we're just chilling over here. doing a bit of a questionnaire. You guys can say in the comments either yes or no. But I have a friend of mine who made an app for flight plan OFPs that puts it in a nice format. It does work with SimBrief. Would you like me to review this app for you? Would you be interested in that, or do you guys just use the regular OFP? But he makes an app where the OFP gets sent into his app, and then it breaks it down in very nice ways, and it can calculate all sorts of stuff like fuel use and all sorts of really cool stuff. So if you'd like me to use that, he's a real airline captain as well who made it. If you'd like me to make a review on that, let me know. Just say yes or no. Charlotte Flights, hey, welcome. Says he's live and he's flying from Toronto to LaGuardia. Yeah, guys, go check out Charlotte Flights. He's in the CRJ, flying from Toronto to LaGuardia. Good old CRJ 900. One of the best aircraft ever designed. It is a good looking airplane though. Warming up some Penella vodka I made yesterday. Let's see, the smallest or the lowest altitude on the Williamsport here is going to be 7,000. So we're just going to pre-clear ourselves down to 7,000 feet. And we're not going to press this knob, we're not going to push this knob just yet, because when we push it, it'll start descending. So we're going to wait till we're a little closer to that top of descent marker right there. Alright, I'm back. Top ascent is nicely coming on up. I wonder how many in-op stickers do you need? You guys remember me talking about MELs earlier? This is an MEL right here, 259901. So if you had access to the book, I don't know if it's in here or not, but if you had access to it, you'd be able to look up that MEL and see what's failed. But these are more failures though. Not really an MEL. Thanks for all the likes on the channel, all the subscriptions. Really appreciate that as well. This channel has grown immensely, so really thank you for that. Hope you're enjoying the content on the channel. It's been a lot of hardware reviews, and there's still more hardware reviews to come. I have a piece of hardware coming hopefully soon that I've actually never owned before. I've never owned a piece of hardware like this. That's all I'll say, because I don't think I can say more. But it's going to be from a company that we recently took a look at and reviewed another product of theirs. So I've never owned something like this, and I hope you guys will enjoy that content whenever I get to make it and publish it. Man, it's too bad there's no ATC online today. It's got Boston online. Boston. Well, I guess I gave you guys an approach briefing here if you're ready for it. Oh yeah, I forgot. I didn't give you guys the overlay today, did I? Oh well, we'll leave it off for today, I guess, but... me get the overlay open. There we go. So, Williams Sport 3 about to start descending on for that. Expect to cross lowest usable flight level. There's no ATC, so I'm just gonna do whatever I want. Down to 7,000 feet over there at Sweet, and then we're doing the visual backed up by the ILS runway 4 right, so 11-2. Loc is 1087. It's been tuned left and right. Final approach is 037. Doing at 1700. FAF, and the minimum is 211. That's set both left and right as well. MSA is Teterboro VOR. It's 2,900 feet. Miss approach is 210 until NetB. Climb on 560, then climb right turn 2000. Direct Tinny, left turn track 015 to NetB. Cross NetB at or below 2000. Climb left turn 3000. Yeah, this is, they got to make more simpler freaking miss approaches, but basically we're going to do this. And in the Airbus, you just put the thrust receivers in toga mode, and it does it for you. So that's pretty easy. And we'll go flap 3 gear up. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And yeah, we have our 3-degree slope is the normal. Actually, it's a 2.95 degree slope. Look at that, a little different. Pappy's left, ALS of type 2 lighting. We're gonna exit to the right. Sorry, to the left actually. We'll probably most likely take Juliet or Papa 3. And we'll park somewhere over there. So that's about it. That is about it. I think I passed my top of descent. Let's go ahead and press the descend button. It's going to skyrocket down. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of spoiler because I already know it's going to need it. So we'll go ahead and add that in. Yeah, more drag, I know. My fault, plane. I'm sorry. I don't know why you can't install an auto VNAV descent like every other VNAV airplane has, but... we're going to be parking at gate Bravo 49 is where we're going to park. Positive rate, hey, hello. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. I think that's a relatively new name. I don't know if I recognize you. Thank you so much for stopping by and saying hi. You're gonna land in 20 minutes, Charlotte? Yeah, guys, go check out Charlotte Flight's channel. He's streaming the CRJ right now in the LaGuardia. CRJ 900. So feel free to go check him out. He's gonna be landing in 20 minutes. Look how nice the spoilers look when they actuate. Look at the modeling. Look how good that looks. How's overhead panel? I'm considering purchasing it, but I want something with a yellow electric pump. I know, very specific, haha. Yellow, yeah. It's, I mean, other than what you point out, I mean, it's fantastic. It's really, really good. I had it in the beginning of the stream there for people to see. I thought it was really, really good. The only, see if I can, I think there's one thing. If I had to fix one thing, because there's not really much to fix, I would make the dome lights smaller. I would make the actual switch panel of like where the switches are wider and use, instead of the dome light being that thick, I would use I'd make it wider and make the buttons bigger. That's what I would change. Because the dome light takes up quite a bit of room, and I would have rather had less dome light and more buttons / bigger buttons. That's the only thing. I've been subscribed for a month, just haven't had a chance to join your streams. Hey, well, thank you so much for subscribing, and thank you so much for joining the stream. Really appreciate all the support. Hope to see you at Flight Sim Expo if you're going in Minneapolis. I'll be there for 97% sure, or 90. I'll say 90% sure I'll be there, depending on if my airline gives me the days off I need. I'll have to request those, but it should be there. We'll be jump seating over on a CRJ into Minneapolis. Guys, Mr. CST Flight Deck just went live. Go check out CST's channel. I'll post a link in the description for you guys here. Go say hi. Tell him I sent you there. Really appreciate you guys. Go say hi to them there. The dome lights are quite big, but it seems like a nice desk lamp too. Yeah. Does it work when the PC or similar? Yes, it does. It does. It has its own power brick and USB. So it needs a USB and power from the wall. So the dome lights and the strobe and the nav and the beacon all work with the PC off. You can have your own booth? Should I? No, I don't think I need my own booth. Let's go altimeter 3020 on the altimeter. Transition there. No, probably I'm not gonna have our own booth, but that'd be kind of cool if I can get maybe like some YouTubers to all make a booth with me. That'd be pretty cool, I think. No. Unfortunately, not going to the expo. I live all the way out in Europe. Okay, wow. And I'll be doing my studies while it's happening. I hope to join you and all the simmers one day at Expo. Yeah, I think you'll really enjoy any Flight Sim Expo. It could be the one near you, but it could also be one... it could be the FS Expo that, you know, in the States. It's like Flight Sim heaven. There's just... all the people are there. You get to meet all the people you watch online. It's a very, very cool experience. We're just slowing on down for 250 at 10,000 feet. Go ahead and get the approach checks a bit sooner here. Go ahead and do the landing lights on. There they go. Go ahead and grab our belts. We'll give them 1, 2 dings. Got a little bit of spoiler out, just ever so slightly. Newark's frequency is 18.3. Alright, I'm gonna go direct Kilma. We'll insert that. And we're gonna let it go down to 3,000 feet in its brain. We're allowed to go down there. Newark Air traffic at Spirit Wings 1000, approximately 25 to the correction west. 10,000, sending 3,000 direct Kilma for the ILS 4 right, Newark. There's going through 10,000 feet. The lights are on. Pressurization is checked. The belts are on. What do we got? Speed brake. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry about that. There you go. Get ready. And we've gone ahead and armed the speed brake as well. I'm planning to go to FS weekend. I think it's this month, actually, but haven't been staying up to date. Yeah, that one sounds cool, too. That one's in Amsterdam, I thought, or somewhere over there. I'd like to go this year if I get time off. Dude, Raid, you gotta come, man. You gotta come. Just you can jump seat over, and it just come for the day. Even if you can get everything done in one day. Like I say, the 2 days. I think it's a 3-day event. I do 2 days usually. I don't really care for the first day too much, but I would recommend. I'd recommend coming at least on like the Saturday, because Sunday they close early. So come on the Saturday at like 10 in the morning. Get to the event at like 11 or something. Don't even need a hotel. Do the whole day until like 6, and then leave at like 9 o'clock back to where you're going. I noticed that your center fuel pumps are off with the mode selector to manual. From my understanding, the Airbus shuts off the fuel pumps automatically when it notices low pressure. So, pause rate. It's a great question. Raidstorm is the 321 type rated pilot, 320, 19, and 21. And he was telling me that in at least the ones he flies in their 320s, the 320 specifically has pumps on or off, and the 321 has auto off. So these pumps, if I were to turn these on, to my knowledge of what I've been told, is just turning on a pump that is going to be running unnecessarily. So this is how they fly this in real world apparently on the 320s. The mode selected to manual and these two pumps off. Now if you're in the 321, then you can have these all selected even if you have no fuel in the center. If we had fuel in the center, I'd have all these clicked as well. But that's how I've understood that. More drag. All right. Such a drag, man. Such a drag. Get some flickering. Do you guys see like it's like flickering almost? It's kind of weird. I'm going to go on heading mode real quick. I'm going to give myself vectors here because we're going to be a little too high. But we'll make this work. Thank you for all the likes, guys. Thank you for hitting those like button, subscribe button as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We actually lost a subscriber. That's okay. Didn't need them anyways. All right, just coming under the speed restriction there for flap 1. So we're going to go ahead and select flap 1. And what we're also going to do is we're going to start our flight recorder. Which our leading edge slats coming out. Alrighty, we're going to go direct. Let's go back over there to Kilma. Let's go landing symbology. Going to get rid of the spoiler. Press manage speed there. And direct Kilma. Insert. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Heading mode. I need a direct gritty. There we go. Newark air traffic at Spirit Wings 1000, 12-mile final, 4 right, Newark. Let's go ahead and make the restriction down to 2,000. We're going to lower our descent rate to about 800 feet per minute. Actually, we'll do about 400 feet per minute for the time being. And I'm going to keep it quick here at 100, and I'll keep it at 200 knots for the time being. 321 and Neo family are jet pumps, which use Venturi. Older 319, 320 use electric pumps. There you go. Positive rate says, are you CRJ pilot? Yes, I fly the CRJ 900-900NG. We're going to go ahead and press our approach button there. We have our loc armed and glide slope armed as well. A little bit some rocky bumps here. Newark is just over there in the distance. We got New York City on the right-hand side. Will be over there. Localizer's alive. And a little bit bumpy down here. I'm going to have flight recorder ready to go so we can give you guys a nice replay. And then if anybody wants to play Red Sec, the Battle Royale for Battlefield with me and Raid, let me know. We'll be playing after this stream. There's localizer captured. And we're using a scenery for this airport as well. I forget the name. I think it was Drewski's Newark. Could be wrong about that, but we're using we use Any Bill's Detroit, and we're using, I believe it's Drewski's Newark Liberty Airport. Bravo 49 isn't a choice. 46 it is. Alright, whatever. Let's go manage speed. Putting the cameras on for you guys. Get the recording going for the replay. This is such a beautiful joystick, guys. The Simworkshop grip is amazing. Flap 2. And we're gonna go gear down. Flap 3. Missed approach altitude 3,000 feet is set. Arm those spoilers. And we're about a... That's a different VOR. About 5 miles there. We'll go flap full. Newark traffic, it's Spirit Wings 1000. 5 mile final. 4 right, Newark. Alright guys, let's go ahead and use this joystick a little bit. We're going to go ahead and disengage the autopilot. Wow, that autopilot disconnect button feels amazing. And it's an Airbus, so we can actually let go, and it basically flies it anyways. So we'll go back on the flight director here. With the wind, I'm gonna bug up to 144. And we're going to get back on that slope there. It's a bit of a different descent angle. This is a 2.95. I know it sounds very minuscule, but it actually makes quite a difference in the sight picture you're going to see outside. over control. Just, oh, come on, GSX, go away. Don't care. GSX is such a piece of bad word software. Check stable at 500. Correcting height. Getting a lot of popping in right now for some reason. That's strange. Yeah, there's something definitely going on with the sim. Whatever, we'll carry on today.
Minimum.
Landing.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard. 5.
Ah, floated her a little bit. Get her down there. Now we're going to stop this recording. Manual braking. And I was going to take that one, but we'll just go to the high speed. It's fine. I got to tighten this because the joystick turned a little bit, so I'm just going to open this up. And we're going to tighten that joystick down so it doesn't turn when I move it. There we go. Get a little slower here. Perfect. There we go. Sweet. Alright guys, let's go ahead and do the replay for you. So I'll press, let's disconnect from VATSIM real quick. And replay. Yeah, a little bit of a floater landing. Not too bad. Could have did better, but could have been worse. We had extra smash for the wins as well, so I led a little bit of that off. Thanks, Positive Rate. Are electric pumps on all CEOs or like older? I'm not sure. That'd be a raid question. Insightful. So what does that actually mean in terms of uses of the fuel pumps? So Positive Rate, what he's trying to say is electric pumps are on or off pumps. So what's going to happen is if you have no fuel in the center tank, you're going to keep them off. You're going to keep your... Let me go up to the overhead panel. Oh, and the sim starts to destroy itself when I do replays. These will stay off if you have no center tank fuel. But if you have fuel in the center, then you can turn these on. If you have an auto pump, then you can go ahead and turn these auto, which is going to be the 321 series and Neo series of airplane. Wow, my sim is being destroyed right now. Yeah, it wasn't a great landing, to be honest with you, but that's okay. I've had much worse. I'm gonna try again. I love this for the replay feature.
Speed.
About there. Put our thrust up to about there. Stop replay. Gonna re-record. Turn our flight directors off. Now that I've tightened it, it shouldn't twist on me.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard. 5.
There we go. That's better. And there's no auto brakes, but I'm going to stop the recording there. And I'll press the replay.
Too low. Terrain. Don't sink.
2 landings for the price of 1. Just the way the planes were made, all the 319s, 320s that I know of have electric pumps. All the 321s have entire, or Neo family have the jet pumps. There you go. No worries, pause for it. Do you use FSR Plus? No, I don't. FSR for me doesn't work that well on the, I have a 5080, so it doesn't work all that well. What I find in this sim, the main problem is VRAM limitations is the big thing with the 5080. Let's do that again without the lag. Too bad the spoilers are still up, but whatever. Actually, just gonna make sure of one thing now that we're done the flight. There we go. There we go. All right, and replay. Turn our cameras off. It's a bit of a glitchy wing, that's okay.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
I have the standard FSR, but I never realized that I had much performance on the older PC. I noticed it looked lots of CPU utilization, but I haven't tested with the new rig. Yeah, no, I've never used FSR. The NVIDIA cards that I've used never like it. On my 4080 didn't like it, and the 5080 didn't like it. And I noticed a lot of blurring with the with FSR as well. Hope you guys enjoyed this short little flight, showcasing all the new hardware we got on screen for you guys. Do a few more reviews and we'll call it a day.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard. 5.
Too low. Terrain.
That's what the tower saw. Of course. Of course. There's a giant tower in the way. right, guys. Well, we're going to end the stream there. I really appreciate all you guys standing by, watching with me, and dealing with all the bugs we had at the beginning of the stream. I want to say thank you so much to Simworkshop for sending me their brand new A320 grip, which is modeled after the A320. It's a 1-to-1 scale A320 grip. I have a brand new review on the channel as well. If you guys want to go check that out, feel free. Thank you to Wingflex for sending me their A320 overhead panel as well. So I have basically a full A320 cockpit at this point, and never my wildest dreams when I was 15 with a Costco laptop on a 737 that I ever imagined a flight sim would get to this point. But it has. It's pretty good stuff. So thank you guys, and also be sure to go check out the channel description. I have a bunch of discount codes for Pimax, Contrail discount codes, all sorts of different stuff down below. Feel free to go check any of that stuff out. So really appreciate all you guys watching and doing that, and to the channel partners as well. Thank you so much. Positive Rate has to head out. Hopefully I'll catch you on live next time. And thanks for the insights. No worries, Positive Rate, and thank you so much. Thanks for joining. We'll do this last replay, and we shall call it a day.